Hey, hello guys, welcome your faces to the 7th tutorial of Front End Web Development course. Myself, Sam Nijin from Frozen Lakes. Today we are going to see about a block and inline block, then the HTML class and ID, internal CSS, and finally the iframe. So I had displayed you this code instead of the output because we are all programmers and we must be comfortable with the code. That's why I shown here. Okay, first let's see what is inline block and block. Before that, I have to make a paragraph tag like some lowerm 10, then another paragraph of lowerm 10. So now you can see these two things, right? And let's do style, and we have property called display. So display block, let's use block right now. I will show you the rest of the thing in CSS part. So same. So now you can see nothing happens, right? So default it will be in block because p tag are called block tags. So right click and click on inspect, then click on this icon to inspect it. So see, you can see it's a whole HTML body and it's a p tag and it's also a p tag. So let's make this display as inline block. Style display inline block. So let me save it. Now you can see only the text is being marked, right? Only this area is being selected because this shows that this paragraph tag doesn't take the entire block, like entire width, only takes whatever it need. So consider this takes the entire width of the web page. So this this end and as well as this end are padding, okay, or the margin. In default HTML has some paddings and margin something, so we must reset it before using it. I will showing it in external CSS part. This thing has reduced the width to its content. So this is a property of the inline block. So what if I use inline block here too? Inline block. See, everything has been in the same line. So this is the property of the block and inline block. Block is nothing but a block tick. Like it won't allow other item to overlap it. In order to do that, it occupies the entire width of the web page. The inline block is nothing but it is a block like content, but within the line. Like, see, this is a single block, and this is a next block, but it is within a line. So it's called inline block. Okay. So I will show you another example to make you understand better. So consider p tag of consider like lorem 10, and between it consider another p tag of lorem 5. See, everything has been split into three, right? This is because this is the starting of the main p tag, that is the parent p tag. So before that, the parent p tag is nothing but the outermost p tag is the parent p tag, which is in every case we will be saying the outermost tag as the parent one and the innermost is called a children. So these are the content of the parent p tag, and it's here, and it's a single block, defaultly the display will be in block, and it's a child of this parent, and so it's a block element. It came bottom, and it's a rest of the parent part, so it's also a block, so it came here. So we must change the style here. Style display. So what happened here? See, this part has become inline display, this part has become inline block, and this part has been extended till last because it's a block one. And see, this part doesn't have something like separately, because this internal child has made that different. So what should we do now? So here we have to do the styling. So let's say you can see the entire thing over here, right? So what if I remove this inline over here? This content is a block, and this content is an inline block, and this is a block. So that's why this thing has been shown here, like entire this thing is a block, single block. Over that, this thing is an inline block. So the entire thing with this thing as a single block. See, this is what I said. Have you all understood? So this is the property of block and inline block. Next, coming to HTML class and ID. So consider you have a p tag like lorem 10, and you can display this, right? And another p tag called, and here you want to do something different, like you want to say it's Wednesday. Okay, consider case you only want to change the color of this paragraph tag. If you do in inline styling, it's very simple. You can use style and color equal to red. Let's choose red. So it changed, right? So what if you have to do for a certain number of columns, like you have 10 columns. So this is nothing but a ability of this VS Code. So paragraph tag into and a count you can do, and just click enter. It will make the paragraph tag for you, and you can type it's 6:30 p.m. and just click on tab. It will move the cursor to the next part, cursor or pointer. And let's say premiere is going on. So let's save this. So see, now you have these three things, and if you have to make all these things again and again, it will not be same. It will not be good, right? A color, then again a red, and I have to do for this too. So instead of that, to avoid this code repetition, we must use the internal CSS or the external CSS. Internal CSS is nothing but within the head tag or the body tag, you can declare a tag called style, and between that you can do the CSS part. So let's do style. So between it, you can do like the paragraph tag. You can call paragraph tag by this, like P and braces. So which will call all the paragraph, and you can choose color equal to, let's use blue. That's fine. See, the paragraph tag has been become blue except these two, because it's given, it specified that the color is to be in red. These two paragraph tag has been in red in color. If you remove this, the paragraph tag will change its color. See, but consider a case you just want to make these three much things into blue in color. So you should not be using this P, right? So instead you can use the class attribute. So here you can give the class name, like for calling something, like you are, if you are doing schooling or college, if you're having a certain class, right? Like 11th standard, 12th standard, second year, third year, and so on, right? So like that you have to give a class name. So consider, let me give change color. So the same thing I have to give in the following tags too. Okay, so now you can't see a different. So to call this class, instead of this p, give a dot and type this class name, change color. And when you save it, you can see the change, right? So this is the class property. So it's nothing but giving the name to specific tags. So but it will not be okay with all the time, right? So if you have make thousands of tags right over here, and if you have to make all those tags look similar, you can't give that class equal to color change on and so on, some names for each and every thousand tags, right? So instead you can do a simple thing. Wait, let me show you. Instead you can have a div over here. So this div is nothing but a container. Consider you have a page like this. Okay, so here your text are being written, and in a case like you have 1,000 paragraph tags over here, so you can't give the class name for each and everything, right? So instead you can make a div. This is the div, a extra boundary, like a component, or it's a, let's take a container. Like if you're going to get some fruits or vegetables or some chocolates from the shop, you will carry a cover, right? So which will carry all those things very easily. Otherwise you can't hold it in your hand, right? If you have many items. So that's why we have to use the div. It makes this as a separate component, or like a separate container. Okay, you can move this whole container to wherever you want. Just like grouping these things. Okay, let me draw in different color. Okay, I made this. Okay, fine. So this all those things are in the same color. Right now it's in black color, so default it will be in black color. So whenever you give a class name to this and change the color of that class, all these things will be changed. Okay, so let me show you class, and I'm just giving the same thing, copy, and I just paste here without this dot. Okay, so let's save, and coming to the page you can see, let's change into green color. It changed into green color. So let's change into red. It changed violet. It changed. So if you make this paragraph tag to inside this also gets changed, right? So this is the property of this div. The entire thing will be taken. Okay, so then what is this id is? id is not required much, but when you are doing some animations or something related to that using javascript, id will be more useful. Okay, so like you can give this id and type something like id for development, just for an example. So you have given, right? So to call this id, you can also do styling with id. There's no limitation, but mostly we will be using class. So to call the id, use hash, then the id name, id for div in our case, then open a brace, and you can do color equal to red. So just pause the video and think what will happen right now. What the color of these three lines will be, whether it's violet or it's red. And resume the video as soon as you got it. I think most of you have found it, but some of you doesn't, because I haven't taken this till now. So let's see. Class call is less prior than the ID call. Like it's a class, right? Dot something is a class call, and hash something is a ID call. This is also a reason for the thing to be displayed in red color. So consider if you use both the thing as class name. Now it will follow the line by line order. So if I make it above, it will be in violet color. So what if I change both the thing to ID? Now it's red because the bottom of the thing contains red, and now it's violet, right? So ID is more prior than the class. So that's all about the class and ID. Next, coming to internal CSS, this is what I am showing you here. So consider you have to write a h1 tag and it's the day, something like, and you have make this text inside this div. So right for now, let's delete this. But when you are using the external CSS, we can do very easily. Just by selecting the things and clicking on control and the forward slash, it will comment all those things. Okay. So see, this also becomes red in color. But it's not the thing you want. You want the it's the day that's a h1 tag to be in black color. So what will you do? So selecting the ID or class, then specifying the tags like p tag. See, now only the p tag has been in red color. Or else you want also the h1 tag or some other tag, like if you have the h3 tag of like lorem 10, and you want to make this thing also in that color. So after comma you have to specify the h3 tag. See, you have to use comma and the next tag. So consider if you're using here like h3 like lorem, no, let's do a change. Let's give 1 2 3 4 5. That's also fine, right? See, this also become red in color. This is because you have called this ID. It's a main parent and it's a child. The parent ID and the child tag. But here you have given the direct child. Like it's a parent, right? So wherever the history is there, it will take this color. So in order to avoid it, you have to give this thing too while doing multiple calls. So now see, this 1 2 3 4 5 is in default black color, and this lorem is in red color as given here. Otherwise, let's change into blue or blue violet. So it's in blue violet. So if it's specify blue, it will be in blue color. Then coming to the iframe. Iframe is nothing but displaying something in your web page like a frame. Okay. So consider this area to be your frame. And you have to display some YouTube video. So what will you do? You can't give the direct link, like you can use the ahref to redirect your page to the YouTube video. What if you need to be make this frame inside your web page? So there comes a tag called a tag. iframe. Okay, iframe. So it consists of many things. So it's not a difficult one, but it has many attributes to do with. So for simplicity, let's get into a YouTube video. And let me type the frozen links official. Over here, I'm going to click this share and click on this embed link. You can see many sharing options and you can see the direct link over here. And you must choose this embed link in order to display it in your web page. So copy the link, then click on embed link. Then if you want to show the player control, like you can see here, right? These things, this is a player controller. Okay, if you want you can add it or else you can disable it. Also you can do some small changes over here to do all those stuffs. So if you click on this it will be changing. Okay, so let me enable this player control and I just click on copy. So it just copied. Okay, so let's come to our web page. Then inside of HTML document let's paste this and save. So now this is the frame. Okay, this is the iframe. Let me show you inspect. I'm clicking on this icon and I clicked on this. See, this is the thing we have copied from there, and you can see several things right inside it. So this is the property of the iframe. It captures all those stuffs and make it big here. So when I click this and it starts playing, see it's the same thing like we see in YouTube, right? It's the same thing. So this is a property of iframe. So if you want to get without a player control, you can copy this. And I'm showing it below. Before that, let me give a HR tag align. Okay. So let me paste it. So this is the thing. See now, you just have the pause and start button, and you doesn't have any controls like this, right? So as per your need, if you want the user to control the video or else not control the video, you can choose upon it. Okay, and you can also embed maps to Google Maps. But if you have to use a specific address or location or hotspot, I think right now it's just the paid one. So we just can use simply, right? So Google Maps and click on this icon to get your location. Yeah, I think I disabled it. Yeah, fine. And just click on somewhere and click on share and click on this embed a map. Then copy HTML. Then coming to our HTML code, paste it and save it. So see, now the area like where I copied is being here, right? So whenever I reload, it gets clear out, right? And you can move this over and you can see wherever you want. So this is the property of this iframe. So I think everything over, right? That's all guys. Do like, share and comment your doubts in the comment section, and if you have any feedback or queries related to this video, do DM us on Instagram. Bye bye guys.